What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the early morning grind with the boxing clinic. And I told you guys that Team Kell Brook said they was getting a title shot at JR Middleweight by the end of the year. And it looks like Kell Brook has called out Miguel Cotto. Now, something must have been already worked out between the two, because I called this like a month or two ago, that Kell Brook would be moving up to junior middleweight to get the title shot. After he talking about he contemplated retirement, talking with his parents and all that, and some major changes are coming. And apparently he thinks that he'll be totally healed going through the broken orbital bone or eye socket, whatever going on before, and he knows what to expect. And they say the injury, heals back. It becomes stronger than ever. I heard that from Paul Manaj. He suffered injury in his career, I think, versus Miguel Cotto. Don't quote me on that. But, this fight was supposed to happen before, right around when he was supposed to fight Jesse Vargas and Triple G, around that time. And I think Miguel Cotto turned it down. It was Cotto that turned it down. HBO was willing to, do the fight. So we'll see. This is an interesting fight. I'm pretty sure Miguel Cotto is going to walk through Kamegai. I have no questions about that, unless he just gets older overnight. And this fight with Kell Brook could be easily made, because I think it's a good fight that people be interested in. I thought Kell Brook probably would want to warm up before fighting a guy like Cotto, but Cotto, he probably feels Cotto is old. He probably likes his style versus Cotto. And we'll see. This will be a good fight. Coming off the Kamegai fight, coming off getting handed a world title basically from Miguel Cotto. His 154-pound resume, other than Canelo and Mayweather, is pretty much, well, not even Canelo. That was a 155 fight. Other than Mayweather, it's piss poor. And this is a good way for him to stay busy and not to have to fight the other champions of the division. Jamil Charlo Andrade, Swift Hurd, Erislandy Lara, which a lot of people like to see Lara versus Miguel Cotto. But I like this fight. If Kell Brook is truly ready, then why not? He likes to take chances and risks. Why not take a risk versus an older fighter? Fight for a title the first time at 154, and then pretty much you control your own destiny after that. But the thing about this is that David Lemieux seems like he's been promised a Miguel Cotto fight. He passed up Danny Jacobs. He passed up Billy Joe Saunders and said he had his eye on Miguel Cotto. I understand that he had a shoulder and some hand injuries, so he might want to heal a while and maybe just come back next year after already fighting 2 times in like a 60-day time period, or take a soft touch, and then he can fight Miguel Cotto next year. Maybe on an undercard of Canelo fight if he rematches Triple G or something like that. But pretty much Cotto's last 3 or 4 fights, depending on how long he fights, is already tied up. Pretty much, if he fights Kell Brook, I had already heard about that, like I told you guys. He's going to do that. If everything goes right with Brook's health, David Lemieux, and probably a Canelo rematch. And, he's done. And that's going to be the deal. Either 2 or all 3 of those fights. And it's over with, He got to get past Kell Brook to get David Lemieux, I would guess. Maybe David Lemieux will take a losing Cotto. But I think if he loses to Kell Brook, he's retiring. And I think if Kell Brook loses to Cotto, he should retire. So it's like a retirement match, and that makes it a little bit more interesting, adds a little bit more spice flavor to that matchup. I know, and people ask me about the David Lemieux thing. Well, this came out of David Lemieux mouth, that he got his eye on Cotto. I guess Cotto will be moving up to full 160 pounds in the winner of that fight to get Canelo. Because I know David Lemieux can't make 159. Anything below 160, he can't make it. Because I know he had some trouble even making 160 at a point in time. He had to fight at 163, 164, or something like that. So that Cotto-David Lemieux fight would be very interesting as well. And the Kell Brook fight would be very interesting. So I like Cotto going to try to go out with a bang. And that's how he should go out. We gone.